Hello. Hello. Thanksgiving Day is coming, so Mr. Turkey said, how very careful I must be or I will lose my head. That's nothing, said the pumpkin, that's nothing, me oh my. They'll mix me up with sugar and I'll be a pumpkin pie.
That's what we're making, pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie.
I'm not a singer. You don't want me to sing? She is a singer. Yay.
I like to sing. I don't know if I'm a singer, but I do like to sing.
She's a singer. She's an excellent singer. And we are making pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin
we have
pie.
a pumpkin pie to make. So I have already made a crust. So let me show you. This
Homemade
is what
crust, y'all.
my crust looks like. Our pumpkin pie is going to go in this. It's not baked.
And you put something special in that pumpkin
This
pie.
one has
crust.
cinnamon in it. I have a video that is showing you how to make the crust. And so check back if you want to make a crust. Sometimes I put the cinnamon in, sometimes I don't. I think cinnamon goes good with this, with pumpkin pie.
Yes.
So that's why I put some cinnamon in my recipe for my crust.
Okay.
Okay, so now
What else you got?
we're gonna make the pie. So first you add 1 can of pumpkin puree. And then you add 3/4 cup of packed brown sugar.
Okay.
Packed cup. And okay, so now we got a bunch of spices. So here's cinnamon, and you use 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. Here's
1.5.
okay, I'm gonna have to pour this. Here's 1.5. If I can get a hold of it. I'm having some troubles here. This container is almost empty. Might have a tad extra in there. Okay.
The more the merrier.
There's cinnamon, 3/4 teaspoon of ginger.
That's one we
Is that the
didn't
one you
have.
just? Oh, we don't have ginger. Okay.
But what do we have?
I have pumpkin pie spice.
Which includes
Has some ginger in
Ginger in
it, so I'm using ginger for the. I'm using pumpkin pie spice for the ginger, and it is 3/4 teaspoon. So
Okay.
this is a 1/2 and a 1/4, which makes 3/4.
You're good at fractions, Deb.
Okay, that's ginger. Salt.
I never was too good at fractions.
I'm really terrible. I couldn't add them. I couldn't do anything.
Well, that's why I have that nice
Half a
little
teaspoon.
chart on the side of my refrigerator that tells me what, how many cups in a.
It's a great conversion chart.
Yep.
Love it. Salt.
Okay. How much salt did you put?
That was a 1/2 teaspoon.
Okay.
1/4 teaspoon of cloves. Did we decide we do have cloves?
Yep.
1/4 teaspoon.
The ground cloves, right?
Yes. Here's the 1/4
You
teaspoon.
have to take the lid off that one.
Maybe I can pour it in here. Yeah. Got a little extra.
Let me smell it. I love
Smells
cloves.
really good.
Remember that gum
Love it.
that was clove gum?
Now I don't think I would like any clove
What?
gum.
Do y'all remember clove gum? It was when we were kids, but I think they still make it.
Really?
Yeah, I had some not long ago. For old time's
Allspice.
sake.
1/4 teaspoon of allspice. There's a lot of spices in this.
Yeah.
2 large eggs.
Okay. There they are. Do
I'm
you need
actually
them
going
mixed?
to break them into this because why would I break them into a separate bowl?
So you can mix them up before you put them in.
Could do, that is a good reason, but that's not the reason I had
Oh,
in
why?
mind. So I won't
you-
get,
Eggshell
Yes.
in the pumpkin pie.
exactly.
You're not a risk taker, are you, Deb?
You know I'm not.
Because I just throw them right on in there.
Okay,
So
so
when you felt that little
I will
crunch-
admit that I usually do, let me borrow this.
Okay.
I usually do throw them in, but I'm
But that
on
is a
camera.
great, that's right, that's true. Everything you do is being recorded, Deb. So,
You don't have to mix these. You're going to mix them with a whisk here in a second, but since I got them in this, I think I'll go ahead and mix them
just mix 'em up
together just a
bit.
little bit.
Okay.
Make sure that they get mixed up good. So that's 2 large eggs. And I'm going to stir these up and get my spices and my pumpkin
Smells good.
and my sugar mixed up. I have one more ingredient to add.
You know, you've got to have a pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving. You've just got to.
I think so. I mean,
would it even be Thanksgiving without a pumpkin pie?
I'm just saying. It's just a staple, isn't it, for Thanksgiving?
It is in our families.
Okay, last ingredient is a whole can of evaporated milk.
Okay.
It's a whole 12-ounce can. Now there is a difference in evaporated milk and sweetened condensed milk.
Oh, big time.
Don't get sweetened condensed milk.
Right.
Not that I've ever done that.
Yeah, but I have heard of people doing that. Yeah. So if you don't cook all the time, you might not know that.
Some people may not know.
You know, when I was a new bride, I might would have done something like that. You know, I did cook the gizzards and everything inside my first Thanksgiving turkey.
I did.
Yeah, because I didn't know there was stuff up in that hole.
But I don't eat that stuff anyway. I throw that away.
Yeah, I don't either.
Some people eat it.
Yeah, some people do.
So that's it. That's all of your ingredients.
Now, my mother-in-law used to boil all that stuff and use the the broth.
And make broth out of it.
And I do that too with my dressing. So that's what I do with mine.
Okay.
I don't really throw it away. I just don't eat it. I just boil it and use the goodie off of it.
I throw it away.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is looking good.
So it looks good. It smells really good. That's so easy. Yes.
And that's
all there is to making a pumpkin pie. You just going to put this into your pie crust. Okay. So you don't have to make your own pie crust.
Right.
If you want to buy a deep dish pie shell from the freezer section, you can do that. Yeah. If you want to buy one of those that you unfold and put it into your pie plate, you can use that.
And that's okay too.
That's okay.
Because y'all, I do that about half the time.
I do too.
Because I ain't always got time to make homemade.
But if you want to make your own pie crust, that's great too. And it's the easiest one. And there is a video, so be sure to look at our videos so you can see it. And then all you're going to do here is pour.
That looks great.
So some people ask about this pie crust. Do I bake the pie crust first or what?
Right.
So you would do what your recipe says. If you make a pie crust, some recipes will say bake your pie crust for 10 or 15 minutes till it browns, and then add your filling. And then.
So what about this one? You
this
didn't
one
bake that,
you don't have to bake it because the pumpkin pie has to bake. So it's going to bake at 400. Oh, this is 425. I thought it was bake for at 350 degrees for 45 minutes.
Okay, so it's a long baking time, but it's also a very thick pie.
It is, so it does take a little while to
if you do the deep dish, which that's what the recipe makes, is the deep dish.
And remember, so this is something you should do ahead of time so that you're not worrying with the dessert on Thanksgiving Day. If you're making it for the holidays,
do it early that morning or the night before.
Night before is what I would do, just to have that done. And when it's finished, if you want to add some, as you serve it, add a little bit of whipped topping. It's really good. So we're going to put this in the oven at 350 degrees for 45 minutes, and we'll see how it tastes when it comes out. Thanks. We're back. And we're back with pumpkin pie.
See?
How's that look?
Yep. It's perfect.
It smells good. It did take a little while to cook. It said 45 minutes, but I believe we cooked it longer than 45.
Probably did, yeah.
Ovens are different. You just have to watch it. And it was jiggly, so we left it in there till it's not jiggly anymore.
And what we did do is we had a pie crust cover, so we didn't want our crust to get to get too burnt. So there's a cover that you can get and
sit
put
on
that
top
over
of
there, and that kind of helped keep the crust from getting too brown.
Yeah. So we're gonna cut it, and I want you to see it. Is it not hot?
Not too bad.
That was hot. So we're gonna cut it, and we're gonna hope that it comes out good and clean like I want it to. So we'll see what happens.
Absolutely perfect, y'all. Debbie, you're a good pie cooker.
Looks like it's coming out good. You got it?
I got
perfect. Look at that. There we go.
Honey hush.
Nice. It's a little warm. I prefer it to be cold.
A dollop of whipped cream on that,
yes,
y'all.
So what I would do is keep it in the fridge till whenever, time to serve. It gets good and cold, and it'll be fabulous. Oh, it's sliding around on the plate a little bit. We almost lost a piece.
That would be tragic.
But here's your pumpkin pie for the holidays. Try this recipe. You'll find it underneath the video. be sure you check it out and see what you think, and let us know when you try these recipes what you think about them.
Right, because this is, I can guarantee you this is a good one. Do we need to take a bite?
Well, of course. Don't we always sample our food?
Yes. You're good, baby. And it
We
is
are
a little
great.
warmer than what we normally
Yes.
would eat it.
I would eat this cold. But we're good taste testers, I can tell you that for sure.
Hot,
Is it hot?
but it's perfect.
Yeah, it hadn't been out of the oven too awfully long.
The spices are perfect.
And remember, we used that pumpkin pie spice. Ooh, it is good.
It's good, very good.
When it gets cold, it's going to be
I'm gonna get
even
some
better.
of this crust.
The crust is that homemade pie crust that I made too, that I love to make. All the recipes you can find, check them all out. Tell your friends about us. Like our videos, tell everybody about us, share our videos, and check in again. We'll have some more soon.
That's
Thank you.
right. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all.